Many blessings. We, especially tonight, ask that you looked after our first responders. We hope that you'll be with us to make decisions tonight and every time that we meet in the best interest of all citizens. We thank you for all you do for us. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. On the national flag, I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
You know, it's great to see an audience like this. Must be cold outside. We normally don't have our people. I was not aware it's a shelter, but well. Okay, this evening we have a few things and quite a long agenda. We're going to try to be out by 3 a.m. if everybody's willing to stay. But once you begin, you can't go out immediately. We do have, seriously now, 3 proclamations to read. And then the first one, it has to do with our municipal court. Whereas the Office of Municipal Court of River Oaks is a time-honored and a vital part of the local government which exists throughout the world, and whereas the Office of Municipal Clerk is the oldest among public servants, and whereas the Office of Municipal Clerk provides the professional link between the citizens, the local governing bodies, and agencies of government at every level. Whereas municipal clerks have pledged to be ever mindful of their neutrality and impartiality, rendering equal service to all, and whereas municipal clerks serve as the information center on functions of local government and community, and whereas the municipal clerks continually strive to improve the administration of the affairs of the office of the municipal clerk through participation in education programs, seminars, workshops, and the annual meetings of local, county, and international professional organizations. And whereas it is most appropriate that we recognize the accomplishments of the office of municipal clerk. Now, therefore, it be proclaimed that we, Herman Wood Mayor, and the City Council of the City of River Oaks, do hereby proclaim the week of November 4th through 8th, 2019, as Municipal Clerk. Further extend appreciation to our municipal clerks for the vital service they perform and their extraordinary dedication to the community they represent. Proclaim this November 2019. This next one, before I get into it, Johnny Rutherford, a lot of people know him, I don't, but he grew up here in River Oaks. He won in Indianapolis 3 times, and I'll go to this proclamation. But this past Saturday, a historical marker was put down at Coates Park by the Racing Association honoring Johnny Rutherford. So if you get a chance, make sure you go by and see this accomplishment. Whereas Johnny Rutherford first pursued his racing passion at Devil's Bowl Speedway in Dallas, and whereas Johnny Rutherford is a 3-time Indy 500 pole setter, 3 times Indy 500 champion, and a 1998 International Sports Hall of Fame inductee. And whereas Johnny Rutherford is readily known as an individual of great character who serves his family and community faithfully, and as such is a role model for racing drivers and business leaders. And whereas throughout his career, Johnny Rutherford has exhibited a rare combination of talent, ability, and genuine humility, and Johnny Rutherford credits his family base, his wife, of whom he was married 55 years, and their children, John IV and Angela, as being responsible for his attaining icon status, as were his desire, talent, and tendency. And whereas the American Racing Memorial Association and the City of River Oaks, Texas, through the support of Lane and Bill Baylock, have erected in Coates Park a historical marker honoring Johnny Rutherford. Now, therefore, be proclaimed that the Mayor and City Council of the City of River Oaks do hereby proclaim the week of November the 9th, 2019, as Johnny Rutherford Day in the City of River Oaks, Texas. Proclaimed this 9th day of November 2019.
Herman, I'd like to say something. You know, history kind of forgets people sometimes. Johnny Rutherford won those 3 titles when IndyCar racing was at a peak of popularity, and when everybody, all you thought about was the other racers, the Andretti and A.J. Floyd. He did all of that in the middle of that. History, kind of glad we honored him, and that plaque is nice.
And,
very nice.
well, that's when a race driver had to know how to work on his car and race. It wasn't computerized. It was a total individual accomplishment. And having said all of that, I happen to own the house where Johnny Rutherford grew up. I bought it from his mother. Tell you a good story on that. When Doris decided to sell it, she asked her daughter, me and my wife, and said we might be interested because my in-laws live behind her. So went out and wouldn't look for a house, but yeah, we'll buy it. She said, but you have to take the dog also. She had a big black lab. She said, where I moved, I can't have the dog. So my youngest son used to pet the dog, play with it through the fence when we was down there. So we ended up with a house and a dog. She said, I'll buy the dog food. But after about 4 years, she quit buying. She didn't realize this dog was almost 20 years old. But it was quite a deal to end up with a home and the dog, and it was the most gentle animal you've ever been around. We have a new thing now, and I think Renee is here representing the schools on this. Marvin, before I start, would you like to read that letter? Because Councilman Holland is on this board, and he wanted to say something, but since he's not here.
This is addressed to the mayor and council. I apologize that I'm out of town on a business trip and have to miss tonight's meeting. However, I wanted to share with you some background information on this resolution. Actually, it's a proclamation. The city serves along with Castleberry ISD on the Caring Hearts and Helping Hands Committee, which is a group of community ministers and pastors that support area school children and their families. We met monthly and are supporting the district in promoting World Kindness Day on Wednesday, November the 13th. The city is participating by approving this resolution, displaying related signage, and including information on its website and newsletter. I want to thank the members of the Caring Hearts and Helping Hands Committee who were able to attend tonight and urge the City Council to approve the World Kindness Resolution. Signed, Steve Holland.
Renee, would you like to come up? Whereas our days are often filled with information regarding violence, crime, and disasters in the world, often causing feelings of sadness and fear. And whereas kindness is sometimes that can be improved on all ages and levels of life, and it is important to act to create a kinder environment and everyone within the River Oaks community. And whereas the support of the community and government leaders, now that citizen support is one of the most effective ways to improve kindness within the community. And whereas the daily acts of kindness that occur within the community are largely unseen and ignored. And whereas by recognizing these acts of kindness, all members of our community would be made aware of the importance of being kind to others throughout the year. And whereas the purpose of World Kindness Day is to remember the simplest acts of kindness that allow our community to be a kinder and better place to live our lives. Now therefore be proclaimed that we, Herman Wood Mayor and City Council of the City of River Oaks, do hereby proclaim November 13, 2019 as World Kindness Day, with the City of River Oaks, Castleberry ISD, and Caring and Helping Hands. I urge all citizens to join us in spreading kindness, generosity, and respect to all others at all times. Proclaim this birthday of November 2019. John, would you like to take this down and present it to Renee? Renee, please introduce yourself and tell them what you do with the
Yes, my name is Renee Smith-Faulkner, and I am the Associate Superintendent, and I actually brought some people with me, so if they'll come on up and join us. I don't want to be up here by myself, because this is definitely a group effort. I guess beginning about March or April of last year, Mr.